This Engineering Academy presents Soar Intelligence Masterclass. You're about to listen to a life-transforming message by engineer Dr. Opoke Sunday, transforming ordinary people to great leaders as agents of societal change. A visionary leader renowned for his commitment to transforming ordinary individuals into great leaders. His words have inspired countless individuals to rise and become agents of societal change. This isn't just another message, it's a divine appointment. Get ready to unlock new levels of insight and motivation that will shift your mindset and spark the leader in you. Greatness is not reserved for a select few, it's a journey for those who dare to believe, plan, and act. Take a deep breath, open your heart. The transformation starts here. That journey begins right now. You may now tune into the...
Here is a place of transformation. We are training us to be true leaders, true transformed leaders. And how we are training us to be true transformed leaders is in the area of our spiritual development and growth, in our area of financial intelligence, in the area of wealth creation, and the area of leadership skill for national transformation. So our purpose and our idea is to produce us true transformed leaders that will take charge and take over leadership of various aspects of life, and even in your family, in your society, in your community, in the country at large, and the world global. Because we know that what is really before us, our generation, our time, is not pleasing. The kind of leadership we are seeing is not really pleasing. It comes to a time where we have to take this hard decision to change your mindset, to change your convictions, to bring you to that podium of total transformation, where when you become a leader, or you are a leader, people will be attracted to you by your conviction, by your inspiration, by the way and manner you are leading them. Not because you are a manipulator. While we are saying most leaders here, people call leaders here, are professional manipulators. However, that's by the way. Let's go into today's class. What we have today we'll be talking about one of the areas of these four cardinal areas of transformation, which is leadership for national transformation. And today we are talking about the cost of leadership, the price of leadership. So interesting. The price of leadership. What we mean? Remember that leadership is not a title. Leadership is a responsibility. Leadership is not about manipulation. Leadership is inspiration. Leadership is not control. Leadership, remember, leadership is not control. Leadership is about service. Leadership is not about power. It's about empowerment. Take note of this so that you understand that leadership comes with responsibility. Leadership comes with a price. Leadership comes with such a price that if you are not ready to pay the price, there is no need trying to be a leader. If you are not ready to pay the price, there is no point attempting to be a leader, because it comes with a price. That price may not be palatable because it is a price you are paying for salvation of people, a price you are paying for revolution, a price you are paying for changing what is wrong to become right, a price you are paying based on your conviction, because you are convinced on a thing. When you are convinced of a particular thing, for instance, I am convinced that we can do better than we are doing right now. I am convinced that the kind of leadership we need in different aspects, especially in this country, it's not what we are supposed to have. Where our educational system is not working, where our health system is not working, where everything our former leaders like Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe them left, I won't know what them left for us, have collapsed. Where do we go from here? When our schools are filled with grasses, when government schools are closing up, what way do we go from here? When our hospitals don't have equipment, our hospitals don't have qualified medical personnel, where a health commissioner for health in a state cannot even go to the hospital in his state for medical treatment, where a president of a country cannot go for a hospital treatment in his own country, where a minister of health cannot go for health treatment in his own country, where minister of education cannot put his children in public schools, where people where every sector has collapsed. Where do we go from here? When you have this conviction that this is not right, we must have to get it right, and because we must have to get it right, there is no time except now to get it right, and somebody must come on board. Let me tell us that leadership comes when there are crises. Leadership plays a role when things are not going right. That's when true transformed leaders emerge, because leaders actually emerge to make corrections, to build conviction of people. So today we will strictly look at the cost of being a leader, because sometimes your decision affects multitude of people. Everything about you, because nothing happens without leadership. Why we are discussing is because it is leadership that directs activities, directs events, directs most things of life. So if you don't have the right leader in the right place for a right purpose, you miss it. If you don't have a passionate leader that understands his purpose and principles and modus of operandi for his leadership position, then you miss it. So what is the cost of leadership? What is the price one needs to pay to become, or when you have become, what price you have to pay? So let's go on. Leadership is a calling, not a convenience. It's understand that leadership is like being a pastor, being a minister. It's a calling for a purpose. When you understand that as a leader, you are not there as a right. It is a privilege the followers gave you that you are enjoying. It is a privilege of the followers. The power belongs to your followers. You are only there as a privilege, not your right. So it is not issue of convenience. It is a calling. Leadership is a calling. True leaders are chosen, prepared, and refined. For you to be chosen to lead a people, for you to be chosen to lead a system, you must be prepared. You must be refined. You must be trained. You must have the conviction. You must have the character. You must have the competence. You must have the capability that what takes. So if you must be a leader, to whom much is given, much is required. The weight of responsibility. Let's look at some of the costs of this leadership. And like I said before, it's a responsibility. Let's look at the weight of responsibility. Leadership carries the burden of others, destinies of others. A leader is a driver of destinies. Because a leader is a driver of destinies, people should not allow you to drive them to the ditch. When the blind is leading the blind, you already know where they are going to. They are heading for the ditch. In the land of the blind, one-eyed man is the king. So, leadership comes with a burden of order. Any leader that doesn't see himself like a burden bearer is not qualified to be a true leader. Because you're carrying burden of others. You are driving destinies of others. You are accountable. Every leader should be accountable until you understand the power of accountability, that your character, your decision, everything you do, every step you take should be accountable, should be accounted for. The reason you do whatsoever you do should be known by your followers. And you should present yourself for an accountability, scrutiny, and examination by your followers. And until you see yourself that what you are doing is not just for you, not looting common treasury for yourself, for your family, for your children. That is not leadership. What we are seeing people do today, that when you allow to occupy certain positions, privileged positions, they now see themselves as idols. They see themselves as gods. They see it as right. And when they see it as right, they are blindfolded, and most times they don't do the right thing. But leadership is not the right of the leader. It is the privilege of the leader, but the right of the followers. Vision and direction. Every leader must arm himself with vision and direction. We have always said that. And the Bible is very clear about it. The Bible says without vision, the people perish. So every true transformed leader must pay the price of carrying the vision of the people. Must have a direction. You know, sometimes most people just come into governance and they don't have manifesto, they don't have templates, they just want to be without direction, without purpose, without information, without even reason. Their mindset is the money. For instance, if somebody is made a commissioner of anything, you know, people start celebrating, he will throw party. And the party is, it is time to chop. It is time, it is not our turn. If somebody is become a governor, become a president, become a minister, have political position, the party they throw is not, it is the privilege to serve, but it is not an opportunity to chop. It is an opportunity to even oppress my enemies. Some people use their position to oppress it. In fact, whatever you did for them when they were not leaders, when they became leaders, they will now remember they will destroy your house. They will remember they will deny you every right. They will deny you everything. They will show the world that this one was not part of my team. That is not for leaders. Leaders accommodate people. Leaders does not intimidate people. Leader does not discriminate people. Leaders does not look at people like enemies. After all, when you become a leader, everyone has become your subject. And becoming your subject, whether they be good or they bad, you are a leader of good and bad people. And because the people have the potential and their character, don't treat them because they did not vote for you and you say you destroy them. If they did not vote for me, I will deny them social amenities. They did not vote for me, I will do this. Come on. When leaders begin to talk like that, you know they are manipulators. They are not leaders. Leaders do what's called team welfare. Team welfare. Every leader should have team welfare. What is team welfare? The essence of leadership is welfare and security. The security of the property of the people are paramount. The welfare of the people are paramount. What is welfare? Making sure that your subject have everything to make them comfortable. It is their right to have water. It is their right to have electricity. It is their right to have the road. It is their right to have good health institution. It is their right to have good education. So when you are providing all this, you are not doing. In fact, it is only in Africa and this part of the world that when people mount on podium on campaign, they will say, I will give you water, I will give you road, I will give you electricity. They make promises and people start clapping for them. And why are they clapping for them? They say, you give us right. That's what. No, this is the right of those people. So when you are giving them their right, you are not doing any miracle. You are only giving them their right. And because you are giving them their right, they are happy you are a good leader. It is not when you now mount on the podium with that of privilege, you now know, I will deny these ones, I will give these ones. It is not for you to say so. It is for you to make sure that every subject under your leadership have good welfare scheme. It is this welfare scheme that impresses them and make people now get attracted to you, and they'll say, this is a true transformed leader. Like I said, what we're discussing in this class is not just leaders. We're not talking manipulators. We're talking transformed true leaders. So, what else? Tough decisions under pressure. Sometimes leaders pay the price of taking tough decisions, especially under pressure. The decision they may take may not be palatable initially, but in the long run, it should be for the benefit of the people. It should be for a better life of the people. It should be for a purpose that will bring a change that the people will be happy for. You cannot lead from the front if you are not willing to walk alone. Sometimes. All right, we're still talking weight of responsibility. So, example. So we are looking at example in the scripture. Moses leading Israel through the wilderness. We know a lot happened when Moses was leading the people. A time came when the people turned to Moses. They wanted to kill him because they said, you told us, God told you, we are going to a land flowing with milk and honey. But here is the wilderness. We have no water. We have nothing. We are in a dry place. Are you sure God actually spoke to you? A time came when they even told Moses, is it not better you allow us to die in Egypt, where we won't find people to bury us, than to perish in the wilderness? You know that Moses swallowed all the insult, all the blackmails, everything, because he's a responsible leader. All he usually do is to cry to God. The people say they need water. God will say, go and talk to the rock, or hit the rock, the water will come. Whatsoever the people need, Moses will go and talk to the Lord. But the way the people talk to Moses may not be so impressive. Sometimes you pay that price. Because you love your subject, you love your people. When you love them, even when they are saying things they need, you should know they actually need them. But maybe the way they say it, you may not like it. But these are prices you are paying as a leader. Now, leadership comes with a price of sacrifice and selflessness. It comes with a price of sacrifice and selflessness. Every true leader should be willing to sacrifice. It is the sacrifice and selflessness in leadership that endears the leader to his followers. It is the sacrifice and selflessness of leadership that actually makes a difference to show that this one is a true transformed leader and this one is a professional manipulator. Any leader who is not willing to pay supreme price of selflessness and sacrifice is only a manipulator. Take that from me. Personal ambition often take a backseat Sometimes leaders may have their own ambition, may have their own purpose, but the ambition and the purpose of the people come first. That is a true leader. You should know that is why democracy, they say, is government of the people, for the people, by the people. Because the power actually belongs to the people. So if you are a leader, no matter your own ambition, no matter your selfishness, make sure that the purpose and the vision of the people come first. Leaders sacrifice. Time, comfort, popularity, all these are sacrifices you pay when you become leader. Let's take an example. Time. Sometimes you might not be someone who is disciplined with timekeeping. But when you become, when you occupy the positions, you have to discipline yourself. You have to tell yourself, you have to actually work on yourself, make the sacrifice of making sure that you keep the time, making sure that people believe when you say it is 8 o'clock, people should see you by 8. If you say 10, people see you by 10. Timekeeping is a sacrifice. I have to make it as an obligation because you are a leader. You are not just leading yourself, you are leading the people. It's sacrifice. With comfort, sometimes you sacrifice your comfort. You can sacrifice your time, you can sacrifice your comfort, you can sacrifice popularity. Any leader who wants popularity is not a leader, is not a true leader. Your popularity should come by your followers talking about your goodness, your kindness, your capacity, your competence, your character. You know, that is what will make you popular, not because you want to be popular. If you want to be popular, start paying the price of sacrifice and selflessness. When you pay the price of sacrifice and selflessness, definitely your followers will be your examiner, and they will not tell others how good you are. You cannot lead from the pocket, right? Sometimes leaders pay this price of isolation and loneliness. Price of isolation and loneliness. Leadership can be lonely. Sometimes for you to be a good, true, transformed leader, you need to take some time to understand that it's not just about the crowd, but it is you being alone and lonely sometimes, because sometimes you may need to go to some places and be able to have inspiration to lead the people. And many times people hate their leaders. Most times people hate their leaders. So when you think you have crowd, but when you take that to examine those around you, you might be alone in a crowd. Sometimes it may interest you to know that you are alone in a crowd, because you think they love you, you think they are with you, they are willing to betray you, they are willing to do anything, or it is you who will understand that those people who are sycophants are only sycophants because they just want something to eat. But you who is a leader should understand that they are doing what they are doing, but that should not influence you to do the wrong thing. Understand that loneliness and isolation can be a price in true transformed leadership. You may not be understood. So many times, many leaders may not be understood. The decisions you have taken, the steps you have taken, the ideas you are bringing in may not be understood. You may be misunderstood. And when your followers misunderstand you, it becomes a challenge. But it is you to keep focused on the purpose and the principle of the leadership. When you are focused on the purpose and the principle, then a time will come when they will begin to understand you. But initially they may not understand you. That is why those who lead by emotion can be terrible bad leaders. Some may be influenced by what people say on Facebook. Some may be influenced by what people say around them. Some may be influenced by so many things. Some may be influenced by emotion. You don't lead people by prompts. You don't lead people by emotion. You lead by principle. You lead by purpose. You lead by passion. Not everyone will support your vision. It's very clear sometimes you may have wonderful vision for the people, but you may not be understood. Not everyone will, because people don't support your vision. As long as this vision is meant for their good, in the end they will understand. But don't be distracted. Don't lose focus, because as long as you are selfless and you are sacrificing for the people, and you know that this particular vision is for the good of the people, even if they don't understand you, in the end they will say you took the right decision. But solitude can sharpen clarity and focus. Sometimes you need to take time off. Sometimes you just need to separate yourself from the crowd. So to meditate, to examine, to evaluate your leadership. Because sometimes people are saying, everybody around you is singing praises, sacrifice everywhere. But somewhere you withdraw and watch your leadership like a mirror and see your faults and see the areas are not getting it right and make amends. That's how to become a true transformed leader. Yes, leadership comes with another set of price called perseverance through pain. Sometimes leaders go through a lot of pains that their followers don't even understand. Just like a father and a mother in a house, the children, they so believe you, they so trust you, and they don't even know how they eat, what you go through to make them eat, what you go through to pay their school fees, what you go through to make sure you keep them, and their own is, as you are going out, they may say, Daddy, buy me a car, when you are even trekking. And they come to you and say, Daddy, I need this. They only say what they need, what they want. They don't know how you go about providing for them. It sometimes comes with pains. It comes with perseverance. But you don't need to all the time know that you're going through pain. You don't need your followers to know that you're going through pain. You don't advertise your perseverance. You keep it to yourself. That's why you're a leader. What we are saying that these are prices leaders pay. Rejection, betrayal, setbacks are part of the journey. Take note of this. Most times, leaders can face rejection by their followers. Most times, leaders can be betrayed. The worst of it all is that you may be betrayed by your best aides, by your best friends, by those you trusted so much. So betrayal, rejection, and sometimes this may not go the way you plan it. There may be setbacks. They are all parts of the journey of the price of leadership. Leadership pain bets maturity. Leadership pain bets maturity. What are we saying? For you to be a mature leader, it is that process of pain, that process of perseverance that actually produce you, reshape you, and then emerge you as a mature, true, transformed leader. No crown without the cross. We know no gain, no pain, no gain. No crown without the cross. So let us understand that cross comes before the crown. Pains comes before pleasure. When you are a focused, true, transformed leader, the pains you go through, the setbacks you go through, the betrayal you go through, all that are all to produce you a better version of you, to produce a better mature person of you, to produce a better leader in you. Like I said, remember, everyone is a leader. trapped in every follower is the potential of great leaders. So you keep going through this journey, through this process, until you come to a new version of you never knew existed. I tell you in this class, there are versions of you that if you see yourself tomorrow and remember today, you will not believe it is you. If you understand and take these steps of growth and maturity in leadership, you come to a version. Sometimes there are those who have this attitude of maybe low self-esteem, stage fright, a lot of things that may set them back as leaders. But when they endure and keep practicing and keep following, a time will come when that person that used to have stage fright, that used to have self-esteem, you begin to see audacity, you begin to see courage, you begin to see boldness. I begin to wonder, this was someone that was very shy before, this was someone that has low self-esteem before. It is a process. Leadership is a process. Now, leadership, as it comes with price, as it comes with pain, as it comes with setback, betrayals, and selflessness and sacrifice, leadership also has a reward. Leadership comes with a reward. What are the rewards of leadership? Fulfillment in impacting lives and shaping destinies. Most good leaders are happy when they see other lives changed, when they see life transformed. For instance, as I'm here teaching you, when I see you tomorrow following these steps, being a transformed leader, performing better than your mates, doing better in all your areas of leadership, I am fulfilled. My purpose for this class, for this So Intelligent Master class, is to produce true transformed leaders for national transformation, for total transformation of a human being, for total transformation in self-development, to make sure I produce a better version of you. Like I said, Jesus came. He knew that his job is to transform the whole world. But he started with 12. The 12 disciples, because we went to the class of Jesus, they were part of the evangelism, and today we are talking about Jesus, we're talking about Peter, we're talking about Paul, we're talking about James, we're talking about Andrew, we're talking about all the apostles, John and the rest of them. Because Jesus now feeling fulfilled, because the people he trained have actually taken steps to fulfill the purpose for which he called them. This class will take note of the following things as we conclude. Leadership is important. Without leaders, nothing happens. Leaders drives the system. So we need the right leaders to drive the system. Once we have the wrong leaders, the system go bad. We have right leaders, the system go right. So we need right, transformed, true leaders. Take note, you are a leader in your house, in your family, in the society. Many people are looking up to you. So it starts with you. It starts with me. Don't think that when you become a governor, before you become a leader, or when you become a local government chairman, before you call a leader, when you become president, you call a leader. No. Even right now, you're already a leader. Only begin to practice. Begin to see yourself. Begin to develop yourself so that you will not be a professional manipulator like what we are seeing, but you'll be a true transformed leader. It will be a fulfillment for me that the idea of having a better society through you and through many of you who are listening online and through as many who pass through this class or pass through me, that you become a better version of you and our society will be so habitable and be enjoyable. Thank you very much for participating in this class. God bless you.